This video differs from the usual format, and I should make a disclaimer that the following scenario is ultimately subjective and is based on the understanding of the context of the situation. I want to share with you an imaginary scenario for resolving the Hamas-Israeli war from the Israeli side, starting when Egypt has informed the Israeli government about the incoming attack from Hamas. The reason I am sharing it is that I strongly believe that Israel perceived the attack in a narrow-minded way, considering it merely as an act of barbarism, and the response was unjustifiable. The first step would be the mass distribution of leaflets to the citizens of Gaza, outlining the details for mass evacuation. The plan should include the specifics of the evacuation process. At the same time, the rapid construction of several tent cities should begin along the existing roads leading to Gaza, setting the stage for the mass evacuation. The second step would involve the mass evacuation itself, with citizens relocated to camps under the complete military control of the IDF. Stringent measures would be in place to prevent the possibility of the infiltration of terrorists. All evacuated people should become familiar about Hamas, its attacks, and the proposed solution to the conflict. There should also be thorough checks for extremist views throughout the military operation. Once the evacuation is complete, the proposed strategy suggests imposing blockade on food, water, and electricity to Gaza, initiating the siege of the territory. The next step would be the military assault. As of my understanding, the northern part of Gaza has a bigger tunnel system and is more densely built in general. So in my opinion, the storming of the northern part of Gaza would need to be acute first. The intelligence and military forces should be utilized heavily. The possible reinforcements from the south should be destroyed by the artillery to ease the process of the elimination of the terrorist group. After successfully clearing the northern part of Gaza, the focus would shift to the southern territory, continuing the storming operation. With the elimination of the terrorist group, the next stage would be moving the refugees back to Gaza, followed by controlling the re-elections to ensure a new, non-radical political party will govern its people. This party would then be compelled to sign sovereignty and peace agreements with the limitations on military forces for a specified period, for example, ranging from 40 to 50 years, as well as gradual integration into the international community. What about humanitarian aid and the development of the territory after resolving this conflict? I believe it could be an option for Israel, but I suggest that the utmost responsibility for these activities would lie on the international community, since I believe Israel has other external threats to deal with. The proposed scenario is just one of the possible solutions to resolving this conflict, and for obvious reasons, it lacks the details that could refine it to actually fit as a real-world solution. But that was not the purpose of this video. As with any real-world problem, the solutions can be numerous, and development of an optimal, balanced, and lawful approach should depend on the international conventions and laws, the status quo, preferences, and other factors. That is a completely different approach from the actual ongoing conflict. In my previous videos, I recommend watching them if you have not yet already. I repeatedly stated that Israel has been committing war crimes according to international law, verified by independent organizations. Why they chose this way of quote-unquote solving the problem is a completely different and serious issue. Thank you for watching this video. If you have found it to be interesting and informative, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. If you have any interesting thoughts, do not hesitate to leave a comment down below. Until next time.
Minimize casualties. We are trying to do our best to minimize casualties.
11,000 dead.
Some of them are terrorists, as you know.
Not all of them.
We're not targeting civilians. We're just targeting.
What percentage do you think are terrorists?
I believe over 50%. And if I may say something,